Red Dead Redemption 2 is a game that deals with some very complex subjects, and one such subject is the end of the outlaw era. But the ultimate decline of this period represents more than just the emergence of civilization, but rather a need for change. You start the game with this group of outlaws who resist change at all costs, determined to fight it till their very last breath. Some rays of hope shine through the rest of the gang members, but Dutch was the prime example of this resilience. Our protagonist, Arthur Morgan, was also a victim to this disease in the beginning of the game. But as our story progresses further and the continuous failure of Dutch's plan and how they keep killing the members of the gang one by one, an internal shift begins to take place within Arthur.
Well, I guess we'll have another fight on our hands.
Who earlier shared Dutch's disdain for the encroaching modern world, clinging to the old ways. He's faced with more dilemmas, and his interactions with various characters like the wise Native American chief Rainsfall further shape his evolving perspective. Everything surrounding the player and Arthur Morgan are designed in a way that they represent the increasing spread of the civilized world, and the game beautifully represents Arthur and the gang's struggle with the advancing tide of modernization. Towns like St. Denis serve as stark reminders of the world's unstoppable march towards progress. The rise of law enforcement, the expansion of railroads, and the advent of new technologies all signal the end of the lawless frontier. But what about people who don't align their steps with this new world? Well, they'll be forgotten, or worse, their entire existence will be erased. With Arthur already shifting and changing his perspective, we have Dutch to challenge these new ideals he's inhibiting. Dutch's continuous refusal to accept the changing world around him leads to his downfall, dragging those loyal to him into a spiral of destruction. His once visionary ideals becomes delusions, and his inability to adapt signifies a broader resistance faced by many during this transformative period. The game shows a similar mirror in the tragic story of Wapiti Indians, which is a heart-wrenching aspect of the story. Forced off their lands and subjected to exploitation, their struggle against erasure is a reminder of the brutal reality of progress. Everywhere you go, you witness these acts of cruelty, and naturally, this conflict marches towards Arthur and his gang members in full swing.
It all makes sense now.
After hours of mainline quests that deal with Arthur's exposure to the pain and suffrage of these people, he starts to shift his perspective on the entire subject. No longer does he want to cling to the ideals of an era that are long gone, but rather embrace the change similar to his personal redemption arc, where he seeks to make amends for his past actions. Is a testament to his acceptance of change and his desire to leave a meaningful legacy in a world that's moving on without him. But it's not so easy. After all, with this newfound understanding of the world around him, a total breakdown of the gang happens. The internal conflicts intensify as Dutch's increasingly erratic behavior and refusal to adapt cause rifts within the group. Loyalties are tested, friendships are strained, and betrayals become inevitable. The game's narrative doesn't shy away from showing the harsh realities of this transition. It shows the fate of the people caught in this tidal wave of change. The personal sacrifices, the moral dilemmas, and the ultimate consequences of resisting change are all portrayed with a poignant sense of realism. Arthur's quest for redemption, marked by his growing awareness of the broader societal shifts, offers a deep emotional resonance that stays with the player long after the narrative ends. Red Dead Redemption 2's exploration of the end of the Wild West era through the lens of its richly developed characters and evocative storytelling provides a compelling experience that transcends the medium of gaming. It's not just a game, it's a powerful commentary on the human condition and the relentless march of time, which is what I believe is the ultimate lesson that Red Dead Redemption 2 offers. While I believe that this is the ultimate lesson, it still isn't the definitive message that the game offers, and this video only delves into the tip of the iceberg of the complex subjects that this game offers. And as I was exploring these intricate themes, it reminded me why Red Dead Redemption 2 earned a spot in my list of the top 10 video games of all time. The game's ability to weave such a profound narrative combined with rich historical context truly sets it apart. If you're interested in seeing where other iconic games stand and how they've impacted the gaming world, be sure to check out my video on the top 10 video games of all time. You'll find some surprising entries there and insightful discussions on what makes the game truly timeless.